What does true loyalty look like? For a police officer, it looks like a partner with 4 paws and a heart of pure courage. This is the unbelievable true story of K9 Jester, a hero who proved that a bond forged in service is a bond that can never be broken. Our story begins in a quiet suburban town where the daily rhythms of life are often peaceful. But even in the quietest of places, there are heroes working to keep everyone safe. One of those heroes was Officer Kevin and his partner, K9 Jester. Jester wasn't just a dog, he was a highly trained Belgian Malinois, bred for a specific purpose, to serve and protect. He was still young, just 2 years old, but he was already an incredible officer. His training was rigorous, a daily test of his strength, intelligence, and obedience. He had been taught to track scents, to find hidden evidence, and to protect his handler at all costs. But more than that, he and Officer Kevin had a bond that went beyond training. They were a team, a family. They spent every day together, in the car on patrol, and at home after a long shift. Kevin trusted Jester with his life, and Jester trusted Kevin completely. On a cold night, that trust would be tested. The call came in just after midnight. A suspect, a dangerous person wanted for a serious crime, was on the run. The chase led Officer Kevin and Jester to the edge of town, to a dense and dark forest. The air was thick with the scent of pine and damp earth. This was Jester's moment. With a single command, he was off, his powerful legs carrying him silently through the underbrush. Jester's nose was a tool more powerful than any technology. He could follow a scent trail that a human could never hope to find. Kevin followed close behind, his heart pounding with a mixture of adrenaline and faith. He was armed, but he knew his real protection was right in front of him. He listened to the quiet rustling of Jester's movements and watched for any sign of the dog's unique, focused posture that meant he was closing in on the target. The chase went on for what felt like an eternity, but it was likely only minutes. The forest grew thicker, the shadows longer. Suddenly, Jester's behavior changed. His pace slowed. He became more cautious, his body language telling Kevin that the suspect was very close. They were deep in the woods, far from anyone who could help. In that moment of intense quiet, the tension was so thick you could almost feel it in the air. Officer Kevin raised his hand to signal Jester to stop. He could see a shape in the distance, a man hiding behind a cluster of trees. Kevin's focus was on the suspect, his mind racing through every step of his training. But the suspect saw them first. Suddenly, from the darkness, a shot rang out. It wasn't aimed at Jester. It was aimed directly at Officer Kevin. In that split second, everything happened in slow motion. Jester, without any thought for his own safety, leaped. He positioned his own body between the bullet and his partner. He took the full force of the shot. The sound was deafening. The shock was immense. Kevin was stunned, but alive. The suspect, startled by Jester's heroic act, was quickly subdued. But the real story was Jester, lying wounded on the ground. The dog who had just saved his partner's life was now in a fight for his own. The next few hours were a blur of sirens and frantic phone calls. Jester was rushed to the nearest animal hospital, where a team of veterinary surgeons was waiting. The wound was severe. The police department, the community, and of course, Officer Kevin, held their breath. Everyone was praying for Jester. He wasn't just a police dog, he was a symbol of courage for the entire town. News of his heroic act spread like wildfire. The community rallied around him, sending flowers, cards, and messages of support to the hospital. For a little while, it seemed as though the whole world was rooting for this brave dog to make it. Jester's surgery was long and difficult, but his will to live was strong. Against all odds, he pulled through. His recovery was long, filled with physical therapy and lots of rest. But Officer Kevin was by his side the entire time. Kevin never left him. He fed him by hand, helped him walk, and simply lay beside him, a testament to the bond Jester fought to protect. He knew he owed his life to this dog. As the days turned into weeks, Jester slowly healed. He began to wag his tail again, to play with his favorite ball, and to give Kevin his familiar, loving nudge. Months later, with a full recovery, Jester was honored with the highest award for his service. He was a hero, a symbol of courage and loyalty that inspired an entire community. The ceremony was emotional. Kevin stood proudly next to his partner as Jester was given a medal and an ovation from the entire crowd. It was clear to everyone that the bond between them was a powerful example of trust and sacrifice. While Jester has since retired from active duty to enjoy a peaceful life as a family pet, his legacy lives on. He is a reminder that some heroes have 4 legs and fur, and they would do anything for the ones they love. What is the most incredible act of dog loyalty you have ever seen? Let us know your stories in the comments below. And if you want to hear more untold stories of our silent K9 heroes, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.